Shane here, and I'm back with some more unsolicited bass wisdom. So this is a very polarizing subject. There's not a wrong or right. Mine is based off of my experience. I'll tell you, one of the biggest mistakes I see people start off with is what I call studio or bedroom tone. They scoop out all the mids of their bass sound. They get a 2 pickup bass like this, play it right down the middle, and they're completely inaudible in the mix. It's hard to hear them, and it sounds great here by yourself, but when you get in a band, it doesn't sound great. What works, for me at least, is a little bit of ugly in your tone. And when I say ugly, I'm not talking about string noise. To me, if you've got a lot of string noise, that shows technique issues. But I am talking about mid-range. One of the first very wake-up moments I had as a bass player, I was at a concert with somebody else, very experienced 30-year bass player. I could hear him clear as day from the very back of the concert hall. I waited around and went up and asked him, said, "Hey, how do you set your EQ?" Like there was some miracle stuff. And he basically said the biggest mistake that most bass players make is they add a ton of bass, they scoop out the mids, and they don't pay attention to the mids. All he was doing was basically adding mids back in. So he was adjusting somewhere in the 800 to 1K area. He played a jazz bass kind of configuration. Sounded great. Over the years, I took that information. I've used that to kind of help myself out. I'm more of a fan of single pickup basses like a P bass or a Music Man style. I do play Foderas, so I like the 2 humbuckers, but I generally will not have it down the middle. I'll go towards one of the 2. If you got a 2 pickup bass, there's some phase cancellation that happens that notches the mids just a hair. So I'm going to play through and show you what it's like to cut the mids completely out on the preamp, on the bass itself, and compare that to what it sounds like with the mids about where I'd play that live, just to kind of give the example of the difference. Now I do add a little bass control, a little bump, maybe 2 or 3 dB, not a whole lot. But we're going to play through and kind of see what it sounds like to have no mids, and then go through and hear the mids added back. And I'm playing through my DAW so that you can hear this, not just be the room mic. That's what the bass, the normal position, that's the mids cut. We're going to add the mids back to about where I would play them. Everything is centered down the middle. I am going through a Noble DI, but it's flat. And the only EQ you hear is really straight from the bass on the preamp itself. So here's mids back in it. Bit of ugly in there, which is okay. The higher mids that I added back have a little bit of string noise, but not enough. It's enough for clarity, but it's a massive difference in overall mix. I really do focus mostly on playing single pickup. When I get into especially ballads, I'll focus mostly on the neck pickups, because you got that really warm fat end that it helps kind of sit in a mix. You really want to sit more than you want to cut. If you're cutting, you're probably overworking it. So don't forget your mids. That's really it.